And now, Internet Everything proudly presents 9-rella. It is based on the story of Cinderella, with a bit of a twist. Once upon a time, there was a young girl named 9-rella. 9-rella had 4 ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters named Nina, Isabella, Natalia, and Ella. Nina, Isabella, Natalia, and Ella made 9-rella do all the chores. Sweep the floors, wash the dishes, do it all, said Nina, Isabella, Natalia, and Ella all together. One day, the king of Nottingham's messenger arrives and says, Hear ye, the king of Nottingham is going to throw a ball, and whoever has the most beautiful gown and crown shall marry his son, Prince Nottingham. But 9-rella is not welcome. Her stepsisters are. He's going to marry me, said Nina. Isabella said, No way, Nina! He's going to marry me! Natalia said, Both of you are wrong! He's going to marry me! Ella said, All 3 of you are wrong! He's going to marry me! Later, 9-rella is so sad about not going to the mall and marrying Prince Nottingham while doing chores. Suddenly, her fairy godmother arrives and asks 9-rella what's wrong by saying, Why are you crying, 9-rella? 9-rella responds, I can't go to the ball and marry Prince Nottingham, but I have lots of chores to be done. 9-rella's fairy godmother said, I can help with a bit of magic, and waves her magic wand. Because of that, 9-rella's chores are all done. But her fairy godmother is not done yet. She said, 9-rella, go fetch me a pumpkin and some mice. Luckily, 9-rella has 9 pumpkins and 18 mice. 9-rella's fairy godmother waves her magic wand again to tell her the 9 pumpkins into a hands-on coach, the 18 mice into horses, and 9-rella's rich clothes into a gown and crown. 9-rella said, I've never seen such a not-fantastic gown, and get a load of my glass slippers. How can I ever thank you enough? 9-rella's fairy godmother said, Well, you can't. But have fun, 9-rella. But I would warn you, return home before midnight, or the spell will be broken, and everything will change back to the way it was before. 9-rella accepted the warning. Meanwhile, at the ball, Prince Nottingham was wondering who he should marry. He's walking towards me, said Nina, Isabella, Natalia, and Ella all together, but he's not walking towards any of them. He's walking towards 9-rella. May I have this dance? Asked Prince Nottingham. 9-rella responds, I would be delighted. 9-rella and Prince Nottingham dance happily together. But later, 9-rella realized it's almost midnight. So she scurried out of the ball, and she was running so fast that she lost one of her glass slippers. Prince Nottingham was so worried that he might never see 9-rella again. So he traveled all around Nottingham to find her, and brought the glass slipper with him. By the time he arrives, he knocks on the door of the home where 9-rella, Nina, Isabella, and Natalia and Ella lived, but instead of 9-rella, he finds Nina, Isabella, Natalia, and Ella. Prince Nottingham then said, Ladies, I have a favor to ask. Can any of you try on this glass slipper? Nina is first, but her foot is too big. Isabella is next, but her foot is too small. Natalie and Ella did the same thing, but none of their feet are the right size either. Suddenly, Prince Notably noticed Nightorella's sweet singing. Ah! The glass slipper fits! Nightorella gets so excited because she's happy to have Prince Notably back. And they both lived happily ever after. The end. Andrew's Doers, I hope you enjoyed this story. And if you want to see some sequels to Nightorella, something like that, etc., tell your friends about it. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share on Andrew Does Everything. And buy our merchandise too on AndrewDoesEverything.com. Take care. Bye. And now, Andrew Does Everything proudly presents Nightorella 2. 9 Wishes Come True. A sequel to Nightorella, based on the story of Cinderella, with a bit of a twist. Let's start the story, shall we, Andrew's Doers? Once upon 2 times, Nightorella and Prince Notably were happily married. But Nina, Isabella, Natalie, and Ella have lots of tricks up their sleeves. Several weeks later, Nightorella is pregnant but sick. Very, very sick. So the baby might die. Luckily, Nightorella's fairy godmother knows a spell that can cure her. So she waves her magic wand. And just in time, the baby is cured, and a girl, they named her Olivia Notably. To celebrate her birth, a fireworks show. Meanwhile, Nina, Isabella, Natalia, and Ella were trying to think of a way to stop Nightorella and Prince Notably. While they were doing that, Ella, the youngest of Nightorella's ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters, stumbles upon a magical wishing charm. But it only grants 9 wishes. And once they're used up, the magic will be gone forever. And Notably will be doomed. This gives them an idea to use it to accuse chaos. Nightorella and Prince Notably ride horses to get the charm back. But Nina, Isabella, Natalie, and Ella use the first wish by saying, "We wish Niner Winch," and Prince Notably will be stopped, which causes the charm to turn Nightorella and Prince Notably's horses into mice. Nightorella's fairy godmother flies to help. She waves her magic wand to turn Nightorella's and Prince Notably's clothes into roller skating outfits, so that they can catch Nina, Isabella, Natalia, and Ella. Meanwhile, at Notablingham Castle, the king of Notablingham finds the only way to restore the magic of Notablingham. Wish Away Falls. Its water can restore the magic. Nina, Isabella, Natalie, and Ella then cross a bridge over a canyon with the second wish to make it collapse by saying, "We wish the bridge will collapse," and Nightorella and Prince Notably fall into the gap. Nightorella's fairy godmother whistles to call her pet and winged horse named Twinkle, which catches them and gives them a ride. But Nina and Isabella, Natalie and Ella, is the third wish by saying, "We wish there was a storm which causes the charm to create a storm that's so loud that it frightens Twinkle, which causes her to buck 9-rella and Prince Natalie off her back and into a cave. To make matters worse, a lightning bolt causes a boulder to block the way they came into the cave. 9-rella's fairy godmother tries to save them, but gets struck by lightning and hits the ground, resulting in her being dead. Whatever will we do? Whined 9-rella and Prince Natalie as they are full of despair, as they will never save Natalie Ham. Tough-luck, Niner wench, and Prince Natalie, said 9-rella. Isabella, Natalie, and Ella all together. Suddenly, 9-rella and Prince 9-rella's fairy godmother, who is now black and dead, so is her magic wand, floats into the air, and when the storm is over, the sun shines on her. Then a rainbow hits 9-rella's dead fairy godmother, and she arrives with a cool upgrade. Oh my! What happened? She wondered after being revived and upgraded. She looks at her new body. She is rainbow colored. She then flies over so fast that Nina, Isabella, Natalie, and Ella and just head over the charm. And so they did what she said. 9-rella's fairy godmother, who is now revived and upgraded, frees 9-rella and Prince Natalie by using her magic wand and fills the charm up, which away falls as water, resulting in Natalie being saved. And they all lived happily ever after, even Olivia Natalie. The end. I hope you enjoyed this story, Andrew's Doers. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share on Internet Everything. And buy our merchandise at interneteverything.com. And bye, and take care. Bye. And now, Andrew's Doers, Internet Everything proudly presents 20N+9-rella. It is for the 2900 special. It is based on the story of Cinderella. Let's tell you the story, shall we? Once upon a time, there was a young girl named 29-rella. 29-rella had 10 ugly, wicked, mean stepsisters. Hers named Tina, Winona, Elena, Nina, Tanya, Yadina, Natalia, Isabella, Nadina, and Erica. Altena made 29-rella do all the chores. Sweep the floors, wash the dishes, do it all, said Tina to Erica all together. One day, the king of November Vigilante Tumbling-Hand's messenger said, Hear ye, the king of November Vigilante Tumbling-Hand is going to throw a ball. And whoever has the most beautiful gown and crown shall marry his son, Prince November Tumbling. But 29-rella is not welcome. Her stepsisters are. They then argue over who will marry Prince November Tumbling later. 29-rella is so sad that she can't go to the ball and marry Prince November Tumbling. Suddenly, her fairy godmother asks her what's wrong. by saying, "Why are you crying, 20N+9-rella?" 20N+9-rella responds, "I can't go to the ball and marry Prince November Toppling." 20N+9-rella's fairy godmother said, "I can help with a bit of magic," and waved her magic wand. Because of that, 20N+9-rella's chores are all done. But her fairy godmother is not done yet. She said, 20N+9-rella, go fetch me a pumpkin." And luckily, 20N+9-rella has 29 pumpkins. 20N+9-rella's fairy godmother waved her magic wand again to turn the 29 pumpkins into a headstone drawn by 58 strong horses. And then 20N+9-rella's ripped clothes into a gown and crown. 20N+9-rella said, "I've never seen such a 29-tastic gown! And get a hold of my glass slippers!" Her fairy godmother said, "Have fun, 20N+9-rella, but I would warn you, return home before midnight, or the spell will be broken and everything will change back to the way it was before." 20N+9-rella accepted the warning. Meanwhile, at the ball, Prince November Toppling was wondering who he should marry. "He is walking towards me," said Tina to Erica all together, but he's not walking towards any of them. He's walking towards 20N+9-rella. 20N+9-rella and Prince November Toppling dance happily together. But later, 20N+9-rella realized it's almost midnight, so she scurried out of the ball. And she was running so fast that she lost one of her glass slippers. Prince November Toppling was so worried that he might never see 20N+9-rella again. So he traveled all around November Toppling to find her and brought the glass slipper with him. He knocked on the door of the house where 20N+9-rella and her 10 ugly, mean stepsisters lived. But instead of 20N+9-rella, he finds her Tina to Erica. Prince November Toppling then said, "Ladies, I have a favor to ask. Any of you try on this glass slipper?" Unfortunately, none of their feet are the right size. Suddenly, Prince November Toppling notices 20N+9-rella's sweet singing. 20N+9-rella gets so excited because she's happy to have Prince November Toppling back. And Prince November Toppling doesn't have to put the glass slipper back on her foot because it's so uncomfortable. And they both lived happily ever after. The end. And good night, Andrew's Doers. And I've been debating on making the sequels maybe a bit of a tradition. Take care. Bye. And now, Andrew's Doers. Andrew Knows Everything proudly presents 20N+9-rella 2, 29 Wishes Come True. A sequel to 20N+9-rella, based on the story of Cinderella. Let's tell you the story, shall we, Andrew's Doers? Once upon two times, 20N+9-rella and Prince November Toppling were happily married. But Tina, Winona, Elena, Nina, Tanya, Yadina, Nalia, Isabella, Nadia, and Erica have lots of tricks up their sleeves. They're complaining about not marrying Prince November Toppling. Several months later, 20N+9-rella is pregnant but sick. Very, very sick. So the baby might die. 20N+9-rella's fairy godmother knows a spell that can cure her. So she waves her magic wand. And the cured baby's a girl named Nova. To celebrate Nova's birth, a fireworks show. A few weeks later, Nova is growing up so fast, and as a gift as a reward, a magical necklace. But the king of Nova and Virgin Tumblingham only remembers one thing it does. Make a wish and rub the jewel on it. Meanwhile, Tina, Winona, Elena, Nina, Tanya, Yadina, Natalia, Isabella, Nadia, and Erica are trying to think of a way to stop 20N+9-rella and Prince Nova Virgin toppling. Erica, the youngest stepsister, had a plan. Steal 20N and the fairy godmother's magic wand. But when they try, Nova uses her magical necklace to turn them into stone statues. And 20N+9-rella's fairy godmother uses her magic wand by saying, "I wish my evil stepmother would stop," while 29's fairy godmother uses her magic wand and waves it. Because of that, when the magic combines, Tina, Winona, Elena, Nina, Tanya, Yadina, Natalia, Isabella, Nadia, and Erica are turned into stone statues. And so, Nova, along with 20N+9-rella and Prince Nova Virgin lived happily ever after. The end. And Andrew's Doors, I hope you enjoyed this story. And I bet you're going to love 20N+9-rella 3, November Virgin Trouble, Love, and Glee. Just don't forget to subscribe, like, and share on Andrew Knows Everything. And buy our merchandise on andrewknowseverything.com. And don't forget to watch more videos too. And Rolling Stone gathers no algae. Remember, Rolling Button gathers no seeds. Take care. Bye.